Tell me when you can see me, Noah. Hello, guys. Happy after Thanksgiving Day. Oh, I can hear myself. Hold on. Am I echoing to you guys, or am I just hearing myself? Why is that playing? Gosh, I'm so out of practice. Oh, good grief. Anyway, I'll just listen to myself, I guess. I don't know how to make it not do that. Um, oh, that's not it. Anyway, okay. I was echoing, but I'm not now. Why is it doing that? I wish I knew. Can you guys hear my fan? Because I can turn it off if that's loud to you guys. Okay, I'll take Be Kind's word for it. Sorry. Technical difficulties here at the beginning, I guess. So, how is everybody? Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Gosh. You can't hear the fan. Good, because I'm going to roast if I have to turn it off. But I would have. Let me see if I can figure this thing out. What, Noah? If I'm honest, yesterday was kind of a bad day. I'm not going to get into it, but yesterday was not good. This has definitely been like the worst year of my life, and yesterday was not good. So I'm ready for 2022. So we're gonna start some new stuff. I'm not gonna go over like cases or whatever unless you guys want to. I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys, see what else was going on. I've got a giveaway. Before I got sick, we had talked about starting a book club, and I was gonna announce that, what book we're gonna read, and try to figure out what day people want to do that. And then I got a harebrained idea. This is so weird being able to hear myself echo because I think I'm cutting myself off. This is weird. And I'm thinking about doing a makeup workshop. A lot of people are asking about it. A skincare makeup workshop thing. Is that something anybody is interested in? You don't have to be a Patreon or a member. It can be anybody. I'm just going to charge one flat rate for the group, cheap. And I'm going to do a giveaway for everybody that comes. Okay. If you don't want to do it as a group, we can schedule like a one-on-one thing. We can do it that way too. It will probably be the first of the year before I can get to that. Just because this next month is probably going to be crazy for everybody. So, the book club, we've decided to read American Predator. I'm trying to remember the name. I know it's got my iPad. It's the story of Israel Keys, the serial killer. You guys familiar with that case at all? He's one of the he's like the biggest serial killer you've probably never heard of. He's a little more popular now, but when that book came out, that was new to me. Nobody's gonna laugh at you. I used to be a Mary Kay girl, if you guys didn't know that, so I do have quite a bit of experience doing skincare and makeup stuff. That's where I got it. It's not going to be just some random person who doesn't know what they're doing. Not that I'm a professional, but you know. I'm just reading the comments. What trouble? Oh, is YouTube acting goofy today? Until I got on my this computer, as far as my iPad and stuff goes, I could not get this live to show up to link it or anything. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It wasn't even on YouTube Studio. Who knows? Oh, there's no. Oh, I can't make him a mod from here. Yeah. So you can get that book on Amazon. We're not going to start it till the first of the year. I thought I was going to start it in December, but I think I'm just going to put it off till January. That way, maybe you can ask for it for Christmas, whatever. Get it from the library. It's not a new book, so you should be able to find it. It's available on Kindle. I think it's even on Audible. You can get it as a paperback or an ebook, whatever, at most places. I think I checked everywhere.
For your makeup idea, they want to know if you know how to adjust makeup for older skin.
What, Noah?
They want to know if you know how to adjust makeup for older skin.
Yeah. Yes, I do know how to deal with mature skin. Oily skin, regular skin, combo skin. I've kind of done it all. Yep. Good. Okay. So, if you guys are interested in that, that is going to be the members in the Patreon section on Discord. Um, so I'll start a new section on Discord. We'll put that there, and I'll put the link for the book. So if you're interested, pop in there and say, "Hey, yeah, I want to do it," and I'll do a poll to see what day you guys want to do it. Um, I figure we'll read a few chapters and then talk about it until we're done with the book. Super easy, nothing deep and crazy. I find his case fascinating. I think he's done a ton more than he's ever been caught for. Um, what else was I going to talk about? I talked about the makeup class. I talked about the book club. If you guys signed up for the Hunt a Killer thing, I think I have the second and the third, maybe even the fourth box So we need to get back in groove with that thing. Whenever you guys are ready. Um, so the giveaway. That's gonna be the fun part. I'm gonna show you guys the giveaway. All you have to do is comment on this video, whether it's during the live or you watch it in the replay, and I'm gonna random number generator the sucker like I did last time, and I'll announce it Sunday because we're gonna do our regular Hearsay Live Sunday. So this is gonna be a quick giveaway. I wanted to do this before Thanksgiving, but I just couldn't get it together. I had so many dang appointments. Wednesday, they started at 10 a.m. and I did not get done till 6. And I was just like, you guys, I'm exhausted. So you're going to get it in this big pink. Don't show my address. Well, it don't matter. It's a ColourPop box, not a Boxycharm box. These are the best boxes to ship. So, I tried to put a little bit of everything in here. So, first we have, these are face brushes. It's a face brush set. I have opened it. They obviously have not been used. They're still wrapped. There's 3 face brushes in there. So, brushes. This is eye makeup brushes. They're the same deal. I think there's 4 or 5 of them in here. They're all wrapped. Fun stuff. Everything that you need. Let's see what else we got here. We have, I kind of tried to think about what people would wear for Christmas because I know that's coming up. And some people don't do makeup except for like special occasions. So this is a liquid lip and a lip liner in a Christmas red. I'm not going to get the pencil out. But it's a bright, bright, beautiful, beautiful red. So there's brushes, lips, mascara. I think this is the mascara. Watch me pull it out and it be something else. Nope, mascara. I'm not going to open it because I don't want to get air in it. This is a face primer that I had. I'm going to send that. I guess I need to throw my medicine in with this giveaway box. We have a setting spray. Try not to lose it here. I have a full contour and highlight kit palette. It has a bajillion colors in it. Let's see. So it'll have bronzer. I think it even has a blush in it. Let me see. No, it doesn't have blush in it. I will probably throw a blush in. But you will be able to contour your face and highlight. Bronzer, all that fun stuff. I will go through the collection and throw a blush in. Okay, and last but not least, an eyeshadow palette. And this is about as Christmas as you can get. I gotta make room here. Oh, and I have an eye primer that's not in here. That's gonna go too. I'm going to send you guys an eye primer. I tried to cover everything. What is that? That's not it. Okay. Eyeshadow palette. This is called Esmeralda. See how Christmassy? Whoop. Okay. I'm going to move the plastic thing, but it does have the plastic. I'll do it without blinding you with the mirror. I don't have a green screen on. Can you guys? Ooh. Greens and reds and golds, neutrals. It's beautiful. I held on to this one because I thought I might use it, but decided I had enough. Had enough. So, everything I just showed you, plus an eye primer and a blush that I'm going to throw in. So what do you guys think? Am I trying to put this in wrong?
I want to ask you about the hairdo.
Okay, let me put this. Give me a second. Tell me again, no, I can't hear you.
Somebody asked about the new hairdo.
Asked about my hairdo.
Yeah.
The woman that's coming to cut my hair and even it out is on a cruise with my cousin and my parents, and they will not be back until extremely early Monday morning. So hopefully next week or so. They got to spend Thanksgiving in Aruba. Okay, trying to catch up on what you guys are saying. Okay, so that's my giveaway. I didn't add up how much it was. That's a lot of work because I have to go through all the receipt things and see what it says. It's a lot though. I'll just go with that. It's a lot. I take so much dang medicine. I have to take Benadryl when I take it, or it makes me itch, and then it just like makes my nose run. Sorry. Well, hello to anybody that's new. You guys are excited to read the book. Very cool. If you didn't watch my last live, yeah, I got a haircut. They did it in the emergency room. It was great.
They want to know how they answered the giveaway.
All you have to do is comment on this video. If you've already commented in the chat, you're good. If you're watching this afterwards, put a comment afterwards down in the comment section. That's it. I'm just going to do a random, there's a program for YouTube giveaways. You click on a video and it randomly selects somebody that's commented. That's it. No hoops, no catch. Okay, I think I've almost got caught up on comments. So while I was on the ventilator, of course, my hair was down the middle of my back. And I had it, piled up in a ponytail. So when you are in a COVID floor on a ventilator, they really don't care about your hair. So when they're moving you around, it got so tangled. And by the time I was allowed to have visitors, I was still out, like unconscious. Mom tried everything to try to untangle it piece by piece. I would imagine it kind of looked like somebody trying to pick out dreadlocks. And finally, the nurses were like, we don't even know what to do. And in a moment, when they changed me to the other hospital, one of the nurses was like, "Her poor hair, she's going to be so upset." And they're like, "We just can't get it untangled either." Because at that point they had washed it and that kind of stuff. And they were like, we don't know what to do. And I still heavily medicated, said, "Just cut it off." And they're like, "Well, we're going to call and ask your mom." And I said, "I am 38 years old. I don't need my mom's permission to get a haircut." I probably said that a little meaner than I should have. But they did. They grabbed the base of that ponytail and cut it. So that's why the front is longer than the back, because they cut it right where that ponytail was. So it's not bad. I haven't had my hair this short in probably 25 years. But I'm going to have somebody come in and even it up in places. And hell, I might even color it. I don't know. Okay. You're new to the channel. Thank you. I like new people. Hello, Amber. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up on comments. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I got all my announcements out of the way. I asked everybody about their Thanksgiving. What else is going on? Who's already decorated for Christmas? I am doing better and better, Candy. Thank you. I had Wednesday, I had physical therapy, occupational therapy, and since I have so much going on now, they've given me a social worker to kind of coordinate all of my therapists and doctors just to make sure nothing goes through the cracks. It seems weird to be an adult and have a social worker. Um, Nobody cares about the cost. Okay. I always usually put it in there how much all this stuff is worth, but I guess it probably doesn't matter if you're getting it for free, huh? I will take Noah's name out. For anybody who doesn't know, Noah Arden in the chat is my son. If I miss anything, he kind of says, "Hey, you missed a question," or whatever. He's helping me. Um, Noah's not going to win the makeup. No, you don't need makeup. Enter the giveaway. Yep. In good news, I am getting some strength back in my legs, which is a big thing because I really thought the wheelchair was going to be permanent. I'm starting to feel again, so that's exciting. I'm trying not to get my hopes up about it, but I'm working on it, and some of that is coming back, which makes me really hopeful to be 38. And I have really bad neuropathy in my legs. I've had it for about 12 years. And with this, it went from neuropathy to almost like paralyzed. I can't feel them at all. So here's hoping that I can at least go back to where I was before I got sick. COVID is just a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare.
want to know how often they get physical therapy.
The physical therapist put a pause because she wanted occupational therapy to work with me more before they did that. Um, so the physical therapist is coming twice a week for an hour. But the physical therapist is going to come back and do twice a week. She's taking like a 2-week break from what she said. Now what else we got? Noah is a good son. I have 3 good boys. He even worked today and came home and helped me do this. He helps me find my stuff. He is more acquainted with my makeup collection than the other 2 or my husband. So if I'm looking for something, I can say, it looks like this, it's called this, and he can usually find it, which helps with my vision being all wonky. So but Noah put up my Christmas tree before I came home. So that's been nice. And we have a big entertainment, like a stand that our big TV is on. In the middle of it is one of those radiant heat thing, but it looks like a fireplace. And you don't have to turn the heat part on it. You just turn on the fireplace thing. So it looked pretty cozy when I came in. The lights were off in the living room, and it was just the tree and the little fireplace. And after being stuck in a hospital for 70 days, that was nice. It was nice. And I have French doors in my bedroom. This is an old house. It was built back in the 20s. It's like a craftsman style thing. I think technically this room started out as an office because there's 2 French doors that go straight into the living room. But I have like sheer curtains. People can't really see in. But at night, when the Christmas tree is on and stuff, I can still see it from laying in the bed. So that's been nice. Oh, I think I'm way behind now. Yeah, Noah's a good one. He packs my hospital bag for me a lot too. I'll call Noah and say, hey, I need such and such. We throw it in a bag, and whenever Dan comes up, he'll bring it, or my mom, or whatever, when I'm in the hospital. He's a good one. He is a good one. He can fix a ton of stuff. To be 16, I'm telling you, he better not ever move out. He's a Mr. Fix-It. It was awful when he was growing up. That kid used to take apart everything. He took apart an alarm clock, a VCR. I can't even remember what all. My oldest son, Xander, put a peanut butter sandwich in the VCR once. Who knows? By the time Elijah came around, I don't think we even had a VCR. That seems like forever ago.
You're talking about the shark vacuum sorter.
I'm talking about what?
You should talk about the shark vacuum sorter. I sold it to that
Oh
one.
my gosh. This kid could sell ice to an Eskimo in a blizzard. When Noah was about 2, we were at Target and he was in the cart. We went down the aisle where they sell the cleaning stuff. And there was a woman in the aisle, and all of a sudden, Noah saw the shark steam mop box. And back then, I don't know if they still do, they had an infomercial. Noah had watched it so many dang times he knew the name of it. I guess they showed it on the cartoon channel, like hoping moms would pick it up or whatever. And so he's like, Mom, he might have been 2.5 because he was speaking pretty well. But it was like, it's the shark mop. It's he tried to say antibacterial and all this other stuff. You don't need cleaners, it just uses water. And all of a sudden, that woman walked up the aisle and picked that up, and she was like, I didn't know I needed that, but I'm going to get it. We just cracked up. He still talks about that. I'm like, he should have got commission on that sucker. It was so funny. He could. He sells crap all the time. It's probably too smart for his own good. I don't know. What is it about kids and sandwiches and the VCR? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not going to complain about it because back then, Xander was obsessed with the Wiggles, and that's what he always wanted to watch in the VCR. And so for a little while, he couldn't. It was a nice break. I think I could still sing all of the Wiggles songs, to be honest. Noah is hilarious. He has my sense of humor. Um, I say Xander got his dad's brains because I still have mine. But Noah is hilarious and very empathetic. He has been ever since he was little, and very musical. Elijah seems to be the athletic one, which he did not get from me. I can promise you that. Noah didn't like kid songs when he was little. Um, Ever since he was probably about 2 or so, he used to hum. He hummed before he ever spoke. It was crazy. And he would, if we were in the car and the radio was on, he would hit his car seat arm, like with the beat to certain things. And ever since he was tiny, he was obsessed with Johnny Cash. He loved, still does, loves Johnny Cash. I always watched what we played in the car um, when the kids were little. And Elvis. He's kind of grown out of the Elvis thing a little bit, but boy, Johnny Cash. He used to sing that song, Get a Rhythm. But there's no way he could have even known what all those words meant. But he used to sing that sucker so fast. Fun fact, if you're a Johnny Cash fan, or if you've ever heard the song One Piece at a Time, it's the song about he works in a car factory and he steals an entire car one piece at a time. It was written by Shel Silverstein, which is the guy who wrote The Giving Tree. He was a songwriter. A lot of people don't know that. The Giving Tree is my favorite book. Well, this live stream's turned into let me tell you about Noah. What do you guys want to talk about? I just missed everybody. So, I'm trying to figure out what to do like regular videos on. I'm so far behind. There were so many cases in the 70 days. The Gabby Petito thing, Brian Landry, I completely missed that, and I feel like I'm so far behind. I don't think I could catch up on it. Summer Wells is the same way. Until something official comes out, I'm kind of done with the drama that is the Summer Wells case. Um, what else was it? Um, I did read up on that on the little girl Chloe from Australia. I did hear that. That was the first true crime thing that I saw when I woke up. Oh, and I cried like a baby because those kind of cases don't normally end that way. Um, I cried like a baby. You keep hoping. That's what you hope happens. I mean, I don't think they've released if she was hurt in any way. God, I hope not. But that one was just wild. She was so close to her house. God bless the police and the investigators and everybody that rescued her. You could tell that case really affected them. It was hard. I cried during the press conference just seeing some of the police. The first time, let's see, when I woke up, the first visitor I had was Dan. And after, I asked about the boys and him, the first thing I said is, I couldn't see very well. All the medication and stuff that I was on, everything was so out of focus. I couldn't see anything. And I said, get my iPad and do a Google search. Tell me if they found Summer Wells. And then he's like, I don't see anything saying she's found. And I said, well, then look up Michael Monkey in Idaho. And he was like, no, he's still missing too. That's crazy what goes through your brain. That story is so sad. I don't think it's getting the coverage that Summer did. Maybe because his parents aren't crazy. I don't know. I still don't know what to do with the Summer case. I just don't. I still don't know what to do with the Alec Baldwin case either. Like, that was so. I'm like, that has got to be a joke. I'm trying to remember who told me about that, and I don't remember. But it was like, that's not real. That can't have really happened. If he wasn't a celebrity, he'd already been arrested, in my opinion. Of course, I guess if he wasn't a celebrity, he wouldn't be on a movie set. But oh, now I have hiccups. I'm trying to think what else. So, what have you guys been following? Oh, the Valo case. I feel like I'm 500 miles behind in that thing. They've had, what, 2 humongous document dumps? Are there more charges? I see a lot of people talking about her niece, Melanie. Has she been charged with something now? I don't even know where to start with that sucker. Part of me doesn't even want to get caught up with that. I'm over it, but I love the family, and it's still, when I think of that, I think of Denise, and so I'm trying to keep myself interested in reading it, but that one's rough. I'm gonna have to Google her case. Oh, that was to Paisley. I must have missed it. Where did Paisley say it? Oh, you're talking about Chloe. Okay. Not yet. It may be the charges, you mean, for Melanie? I've seen videos go by and it's like her arrest and body cam footage. So I'm guessing that's back when she was arrested, back when she was trying to interfere with the custody thing.
Someone heard that Chad and Lori are going to be charged.
Well, Chad and Lori are going to be charged for what?
Attempted murder on Brandon.
Oh, for Brandon. Wow. So that, I wonder if they'll put those cases together. Because that would be out of. Now, see, I can't remember. Would that be. That would be in Arizona, right? Not Idaho. Never mind. I keep thinking he lived in Idaho. The brain fog that comes with COVID sucks, let me tell you. It sucks. Oh, after I asked if they had found Summer and Michael, the next question was, has Mark Means been disbarred? Is he off the case? I was shocked to hear that was a no, too. Yeah, Gilbert, Arizona. That seems so crazy to me that happened, that there wasn't charges about Brandon's attempted murder months ago. Like, when it happened, it was like a non-thing. I don't know. I think Gilbert, Arizona needs to get their crap together. They've had some issues with the. Do you guys remember they called her? They called her YouTube mom. It was the name of her channel was something adventures, or adventures with something. She had a ton of foster kids, and they would do like little skits and stuff on YouTube. Made a lot of money. She was abusing the kids. Major. There were a lot of complaints against her, and they just never did anything about it. And then one day, one of the kids got loose, and the cops came across him, and he begged them not to take him back and explained that she was starving him, that the pantry and stuff was locked up, they weren't being allowed to go to school, all kinds of stuff. And they took him back anyway. And it was shift change, I guess, there. I think it was a man and a woman. Gilbert PD. They didn't want to fill out the paperwork, so they didn't even notify social services that there had been an incident. Eventually, she was arrested and charged, and she got sick in jail and was hospitalized. And I think she was in jail for like a year or a year and a half waiting on a trial, and she died, so it didn't go anywhere. But one of the local news stations did like an investigative report, and they got like made it a big deal, made it public. And so the two police that were involved were reprimanded, and they got unpaid leave for 11 hours. That just makes me sick. Just makes me sick. Makes me sick. These are kids. Kids. Oh, funny story. Meeting with my social worker, she asked if I worked or if I had any income, and I said, well, I have a monetized YouTube channel. Not that it's huge or anything, but Oh, really? What do you talk about on your YouTube channel? Try explaining to a social worker that you do a channel about kid cases where social workers have dropped the ball and the kids have died because of it. And that was pretty uncomfortable. And she was like, "Well, I have to agree with you." And I was like, "Okay, then." She's like, "I don't work with kids, but I see it too." She said she might check it out. So if you're on here or see this, hi.
Russia has all the dumb data dogs and has offered to share the with you. That's supposed to be.
Who said that, Crutcha?
Stephanie's.
Oh, okay. Crusher said she's in. Okay. I need to talk. I need to call Crusher. Crusher is probably one of the most genuine people I have ever spoken to. What you get on YouTube, that's her. It's her all day. We had a really long talk before I went to the hospital. If you do follow the Vallow case and you don't follow her channel, it's called Difficult Research. Go over there and subscribe. She does lives with the L Mom. I'm trying to remember. They do a lot of stuff together. Crush is amazing. That whole family, that's good. It's so sad that this has happened to them, you know?
They're asking, did you know that Russia goes live once a week now?
Yeah, I did. I knew that she was going to before I went in the hospital. And she asked me if I would be her mod. And I was like, absolutely. You are going to need more than one, though, I promise. When you start doing lives, it will pick up. You'll get more people than just watch your videos. I said, and you being a family member, and this being the Vallow case, it will get crazy.
Russia also had a big E recently in her daughter.
Yeah, I was on there. I modded that one. Her daughter is beautiful. It was nice to listen. You know, yeah, it was about the case, but like a lot of people were asking, you know, asking her daughter, like, what do you remember about Lori, like before any of this happened? And that was an interesting perspective, not from an adult. I don't know. It's none of my business. I don't know how much of stuff she knows. You know what I mean? I don't know how I would handle that as a parent. I don't. I would never in a million years want to be in that situation. I wouldn't know how to navigate that if I tried, especially with kids. Not that anybody wants to be in that situation, but that is a strong bunch of women. Her mom and Crusher, and apparently her daughter too. Now I don't know who Eric is. Is that who got the guy that was on that show? Um, Either I've forgotten or like I have absolutely no clue who that is. I didn't know. before I went in the hospital, me and Crutcher talked about her coming on here. I don't know if it'll be alive or not, but it'll be a video just talking about ethics and how to deal with true crime and families, like people that are the survivors, not necessarily about the case, just her experience as a family member. So yeah, I need to call Crusher. If Crusher, you're watching this, you can call me. Lord knows I'm awake all the time. Eric is Crusher's brother. Really? Either I forgot that completely, which is a possibility, or I didn't know that. Huh. He's related. Either. Okay. Might not be your brother, but they're definitely related. Yeah, the club nobody wants to belong to. Yeah. There's a few of those. Especially in our community. There's a ton of moms who have lost babies, and that ain't right, Yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So what else did I miss? Oh my, okay. I'm going to make this on a happier note. Still in the Vallow case. You guys know Paul, right? Paul from Reporting Life for Myself. He has started reading these god-awful text messages from Chad to Lori. He calls them the romance novel. He has started reading them out loud. I have not laughed that hard in I don't know how long. And I told Paul when I talked to him, I said, there's you a new book club, Paul. You need to start a book club called Paul Reads Poorly Written Romance Novels. I said everybody would sign up. I love Paul. He's going to come on here too. We just haven't scheduled it yet. I can't wait to do lives with Paul again. Now that stuff is slowed down for both of us. He had a lot of stuff going on this fall too, and summer. I love Paul. He's another one that's completely genuine. The Paul you get on YouTube, that's Paul. He is freaking hilarious. He is just. Whenever I woke up, there were so many messages from Paul, even though he knew I was in a coma. Like every day was, I'm still praying for you. I'm hoping today you'll wake up. And he's talked to me every day since. He was the first person I talked to. He called me immediately. He was the first phone call I had when I woke up because it was kind of late at night. Love Paul. He is good people. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, you should be. But of all the names that I see on here, you guys know who Paul is. And most of you came from Paul to Awen and then maybe to me. Oh my goodness. But he has 3 videos now, and I don't think they're even I haven't finished the third one. I got cut off doing something. I don't think that they're done. Maybe there's some more coming, but I'm telling you, hearing Paul read them in his voice, because Paul does voices, and I know Chad is not Southern, but in Paul's accent, Chad is Southern. It's just so funny. I don't know why Paul's not an actor. He could make good money as an actor. Or just reading audiobooks. Shoot, I'd listen to them. Oh, it did finish in number 3. I've got to finish the other half of it. That's too bad. I wanted more. Maybe they'll do another document dump and Lori will have written one back. Man, we could have made it a screenplay. Paul could read Chad's part and I could read Lori's part, and they would both be Southern. And boy, that would have been something, huh? It'd have to be better than that Lifetime movie. Wasn't that a train wreck? Wait until I hear the rest of it. Water balloons. Paul was the first YouTuber I ever talked to. I came across him, gosh, it's been over 2 years ago now, I guess. I think I met Paul. He didn't even have he wasn't monetized. He didn't have 1,000 subscribers. It was a couple of hundred. But he was so dang funny. So he was in his RV, legitimately on his couch, and he had earbuds in, and he was just recording off a webcam in his laptop. And he was just talking about different true crime things. And at the time, it was Aunt Becky from Full House had been arrested or had been charged for that whole college money scandal thing. And I knew he was my people because we said the exact same joke at the same time. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because he had said something about Aunt Becky has been arrested. And at the same time, while I was watching him, I said, well, there goes the Hallmark Channel. There will be no more Christmas movies. Something to that effect. And I was like, yeah, he's my people. And so I started watching him all the time. And he used to do really quick lives on his lunch break. And so you'd know what he ate for lunch every day because he'd be in the drive-thru doing a live. So you know if he was going to Chick-fil-A or Starbucks or whatever. Oh my God, it was hilarious. And we're like, hey, order such and such. And then he would talk about what he was watching on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever. And I was like, tell me what to watch. I'm bored. And so eventually I got to his Discord server when he opened that and became a mod and, that kind of stuff. But the funniest thing, I think, and if you don't go way back, you probably haven't heard this story. So one day Paul was doing a live and all of a sudden Matt walked by and it was either Matt or one of the dogs hit the laptop, and he was like, oh no, I'm plugged in. And he followed the cord to his earbuds and it wasn't plugged in. He's like, hold on, everybody, hold on. I can't hear anything. Whatever. And then he realized there was a microphone in his computer. And we were like, Paul, if you have a webcam, of course there's a microphone built in. And he was like, oh my gosh, I can go places like anywhere my laptop can go. I don't have to be plugged in and stuck. Like I can move around. And I said, yep, Paul, you're a cage-free chicken. And that was like a big joke for a long time, because he had finally realized he didn't have to have earbuds and he didn't have to sit right there really still on his couch in his RV. And then the very next time he did a video, he was outside. But we gave him such a hard time about those earbuds. I said, you ought to make merch that says, I'm a cage-free chicken. Or free-range chicken, that's what it was. I mean, it was the funniest. The funniest. Oh, here's a question. Lori finding an attorney through the LDS church, I'm assuming. I have no idea. Not a clue. All that I know about Lori, and all I know about is Mark Means, and that the judge appointed Archibald. Like, I don't know where Archibald, that was the judge thing. Mark Means, from what I know, Lori or Chad had called another family attorney because it was back when the kids were still missing and they were being told that they had to produce them while they were in Hawaii. And that attorney, after she had lost, 2 sets of attorneys had quit on her, he couldn't or wouldn't take her case, but he recommended Mark Means because Mark Means was a family law attorney. And that's why Mark Means was originally on her case. In my opinion, he probably should have left when it was no longer a family law case, because he has definitely gotten in over his head. But as far as I know, the church hasn't helped her with a lawyer, but I don't know. I'd say there's a ton. I don't know what all the church. I don't have any experience with the LDS church, and I know from some of the research that I did, I have no idea if they would do that. Did they help Brandon with one? I don't know. Melanie, I don't know. Well, I guess not Melanie Gibb, because she didn't have one up until the point she was subpoenaed. I'm assuming she has one now, but I don't know. Let's see this. Just, that the community chicken. No, I don't know what that means. Oh no. I hope that's not a bad thing. Hello, I don't recall. I'm glad that I am back. What part of me is back? Hopefully my memory keeps coming back.
LGBT community, mom chicken refers to a young appearing gay man.
Oh.
So you see somebody.
I guess Noah just looked that up for me, so now I know. Well, now I hear it, so I guess you can hear it. But no, I didn't know that. It's so weird being able to hear the delay. It's about 3 seconds behind. No. Yeah, I still don't know what to do with the Hallmark memes thing. Uh, I'm shocked he's still involved in the case. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. It's probably the only. I don't know what to think about it. I'm surprised he's still there. Who knows? Who knows? No, it doesn't have sound on. Why is it echoing to you guys now? For some reason, my computer. You know what? I know exactly. I'm so stupid. Is that. Did that do it? Nope. I figured out why I'm echoing. I clicked the link on Discord and it is playing my live in Discord. And I can hear it through StreamYard. And we've only been live for an hour and 7 minutes. And I just now figured out it's because I had another tab open. COVID brain is a thing. You guys. You should have seen me when I woke up trying to remember passwords to stuff. No. Nope. Luckily, my mom had gotten in my email and canceled a lot of stuff that I had subscription stuff. I had some things that were being like the hunt a killer thing is piling up. I had like how many Boxycharms? Because I'm subscribed to all 3 options in Boxycharm, so I get 2 boxes a month. And I went in on September 10th, so I got both boxes for September. I had ordered stuff. If you guys are familiar with Boxycharm, there's a pop-up store on the day that you get to. You never know what you're going to get in Boxycharm, but each subscription you're allowed to pick one item, like there's a choice. So on choice day, the shop opens up and they sell stuff at like 85% off, stuff that extra products that didn't go in boxes and stuff like that. And so I had placed 2 orders. So I got September's 2 boxes, October's 2 boxes, my 2 orders. I had a ColourPop order, an Ulta order. I looked like a freaking post office when I come home, and it still doesn't look much better because it's overwhelming. And I'm just like, I can't believe I ordered all this stuff. I order stuff for giveaways, and I Christmas shop all year. If I see something that I know somebody is going to like and it's April, I will buy it and put it up because I hate doing Christmas shopping in December. But so I'm still opening packages. And Linda, I know that you're in here. I got your package about 30 minutes before I went live. It is here and in one piece, and I love it. But just in case I forget to email you, I did see you in here a minute ago. I still haven't gone through all my emails. It's it's a nightmare. So if you have, I've gone through all my Discord messages. If you have sent me something and I have not responded to it, send it to me again or say, "Hey, did you get blah blah blah?" Just let me know, because it's nuts. I had like 7,000 emails when I opened my iPad when I could read it, and I'm still trying to go through all that. But I appreciate it. I got some really nice messages on Facebook, on Discord, and emails in the comment section, on my community tab. You guys were great. I've tried to answer everybody because I'm not a huge channel. It's not like I've got so many people I can't answer. But hopefully I'll be back to normal soon. A lot of the medicine, I go back to my doctor Monday afternoon, and I figure that appointment is going to be really long because he will have gotten all of my medical records from the 2 hospitals for this last one. I'm going to assume he's going to switch out medicine, and I'm still coming off some of it. Being with pain medicine for 70 days in an IV, that's a lot to come off of. Anxiety medicine, just all kinds of stuff. Apparently, I developed a heart murmur. I guess COVID can give you heart murmurs. But, if that's the worst, I'm not going to complain. I had some people watch my last live, and, I talked about what happened, and they were like, "Where's your oxygen? How did you go through that whole thing without oxygen?" And I was like, "I've been off oxygen for weeks. They took my oxygen off like a day and a half after they took my trach out. So I guess that's a big deal. I guess a lot of people are coming home on oxygen and that stuff. So thank God. I hated that thing. I really did. That thing up your nose drives me nuts. I hated it. I hated it. Oh, here's one. Yeah, I don't know if, from what I know, Mark Means is LDS. Well, from what I know, I think everybody in the case. I don't know about the judge. I don't know crap about the judge. I know I miss Judge Edens. Wink, wink. I miss Judge Edens. But, Rob Wood is LDS. I don't know about him. Here's the COVID brain. The lady that got added to Rob Wood's team. The big death penalty attorney. I can't even think of her name. I know Rob Wood is LDS. Mark Means it is or was LDS. I don't know about currently. Are part of the church. Anyway. Don't hold that against the church. Lord knows I'm Southern Baptist. You can't hold some of those people against us either. It takes all kinds, apparently.
out and his chat stopped. No,
No, chat's still moving
not really.
on my screen. I'm looking at it on StreamYard, so I think the timing is a little weird. So I think it takes it a little bit longer to come through on my screen than it does for you guys. If I'm missing something, I'm sorry. Have I missed anything, Noah?
Nope.
So what else do you guys want to talk about? Are you sick of hearing me? It's already been over an hour. And I will be back Sunday. We'll get back to Sunday Night Live and we will talk about cases. I'm going to try to get caught up on some stuff. And if anything kicks off between now and then, we'll talk about that. Oh, the charity thing. You guys know the Heaven Sent thing that we started right before I went in the hospital. I did take that money out 2 days after I woke up because little James Hutchinson's family called me. Luckily, they were on my Facebook page and saw that I was in the hospital because that was one of the first things I worried about. I was like, oh, I hope they didn't contact me and think I've abandoned them or something. They needed his brother and sister needed winter clothes and some stuff for school. I don't remember if I told you guys or not, but so he has a brother. James has a brother and a sister, and now that everybody's been charged, pled guilty, and been sentenced, the kids were with their mother's sister, and that was not a permanent option. And so the judge asked James's dad if he would if he would adopt the kids. Neither one of the siblings are James's dad. James was an only child to his dad, so he agreed to take them. And you know, a single guy, he's not married. A single guy just lost his kids, and now was more than willing to take the two siblings. Maybe just maybe it's good. I know it's good for the kids because they do know him. They're used to him. It's got to be so much better of a situation than them going into foster care and possibly being split up. So they're going to get to stay like with their school and that kind of stuff. And they know, they're with somebody that understands what happens and has good memory of James and stuff like that. But anyway, he wasn't prepared to just, become a family of three overnight. And so I took all the money that we had raised and sent it to them on like November 3rd. So I just wanted you guys to know that was moved and they got it.
I want to know, did you hear about the case of the kids in Texas being left in an apartment with their dead brother's body?
What? Kids in Texas left in an apartment?
Dead brother's body.
No. When did this happen? Has anybody been arrested? Did the brother die because they were abandoned, or was he murdered and then the other is abandoned? There's so many questions. You all give me a name or something and I will look that up. That is horrific. I sound like such a weirdo. No, I hadn't heard about that one.
Her mom and boyfriend were arrested.
Okay, so they did arrest him. And it's in Texas, you said? I will look that up. Honestly, I need to go back through my videos and look up some of the cases that we've covered and see if anything is moved on them.
said you were doing that holiday collection thing.
Right.
You sponsor a family for Christmas. They got that much excited.
Yeah, that was the family that we were doing for Christmas. So it's empty. Um, yep, yep. They installed a beautiful bench at his school out at the playground or whatever, and his picture is stone of some kind, and his picture is etched on it, and it's like a really beautiful memorial bench. I'll try to get the picture. Somebody, his aunt sent me the picture of it. I'll post it on Discord, or I'll put it in a video or whatever so you guys can see it too. I thought that was really nice that the school did something for him.
Rosie asked, wasn't the Hutchinson money given to the family because they were going to be evicted?
Yeah, they needed emergency money. Yep. Yep.
Do you want them to send you a link and to that Texas case email or here on Discord?
Send it to me on Discord. So I don't have to dig for it. Or you can, because unless you're a mod, you can't put the link in chat here, and I don't know how to change that. So,
This one's better.
but yeah, like Rosie said, they were gonna be evicted, and the kids didn't have winter clothes. Like there was a list a mile long. Um, so I transferred the money. I think it was on November 3rd. I would have to open the PayPal thing and look again, but they were in some dire straits when I talked to them.
How much money did you guys raise?
There was $200 in the account that I transferred, so not a lot, but it's what everything that was in there. Um, what else we got? Okay, that was a Discord pop up. Got it. Yeah, that's right. I keep thinking about that Texas thing. I'm like, that is nuts.
His good boyfriend beat the king to death with a big death.
But why would
They left the body there for a year.
left it there for what?
A year.
A year? The little boy had been dead for a year? How old were the other kids? I should probably just read it. That's nuts. Oh, I know what I want to talk about Sunday. Did you guys watch the 2020 special about the Turpin family? Maybe I'll just do a whole video on it.
They left the kids in the house with the body for a year. They moved out.
That's what the Turpin family, the reason it triggered that. The Turpin parents did that at one point. There wasn't a dead kid in the house, but at one point, they completely moved out of the house and left the kids there. They would drop off bare minimum wasn't enough groceries according to the two daughters that were interviewed. If you haven't watched that 2020 special about the Turpin case, I watched it when I came home. I'm not exactly sure when it came out. It was recently. I don't remember if it came out while I was in the hospital or after I got home. But I watched it here on YouTube. If you just Google it, 2020, Turpin case. The whole thing is here on YouTube. You don't have to pay for it or whatever. It was a fascinating interview. I hadn't looked into the Turpin case before that, but to see, not only was it a bad case as it was happening, it's still a bad case. There are still underage kids, and social services is involved even with the adults. And they had money raised, like the community, a ton of people donated money to help all the kids, education, housing, the whole shebang. And on the special, their lawyer is talking about how they don't have any access to it. The money is there, and none of the kids can get it. Their caseworker seems like awful. One of the adult boys um, wanted a bicycle to get back and forth to work because he doesn't drive. And she said that was not a needed expense and denied him that. Some of the kids are homeless. Some of the kids that are underage had been placed with foster parents. Obviously, they're split up. They're all split up. That's what, 13 kids? Am I right? 13? And some of the kids were actually being abused by foster parents and had to be moved again. Like they hadn't already gone through pure hell with their parents. They were being abused by foster parents too. It broke my heart. I had no idea they were still in bad situations. You hope that after parents are arrested and sentenced and behind bars that the story takes an upswing, but they are still struggling and suffering. Not just struggling, they're still suffering. I can't even. But you wouldn't know that. Now, only 2 of the kids are interviewed in the special, and it's 2 of the older daughters. Jennifer and Jordan are the only ones that agreed to appear on camera. And if you just watch the first 2/3 of the special, it's about the case, how they were rescued, and then you wouldn't know they were still suffering. Like they seem so upbeat and positive and not what you expected. So when it went into like the investigative part in the current situation, I was just dumbfounded. One of them talks about she wants to be an author and write a book and wants to go to Paris, and one of them is in college. And the human spirit is something else. Some people are just so determined, like you just can't break them, God knows people have tried to break them. It was just really sad. Texas kids 1, 9, and 15. The dead brother was 8. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to look up little Letitia. What's going on in her case? Doesn't. Oh, she was supposed to be in court on September 20th or 21st, something around in there. Did that happen? I forgot all about that. I wonder if it got postponed. Lord knows her poor lawyers will need some time to go through her crazy discovery pile. Why can't she just plead guilty and move on? I'm dreading that trial. I don't think we're going to see it, though. I don't, in my opinion, I don't think we're going to see Letitia Stout's trial. I don't think we're going to see the Valid trial. I think they'll close the courtroom. I think it's gotten so dang crazy. I don't think they're going to show it. We'll see. Who even knows? Because, I mean, I don't think it's going to go to trial anytime soon. We'll see, though. Some of these cases that we've seen since COVID started have already gone and went. The Rittenhouse trial went. The Ahmaud Arbery case went pretty quick. I know that happened before the George Floyd death, but not much before. It was still, I think it was still in COVID time. Well, yeah, because it was warm. I think it was still that May.
Probably because they were political cases.
I was surprised those went as quick as they did. Went through the court system when everything else was backed up.
But it's because they're political cases. They speed them up. You put press on their statements.
Yeah, the Turpin dad is weird. He looks like the guy. Gosh, what was the name of that? It was a Western kind of scary movie. Probably came out about 10 years ago. What was it called? COVID brain is the thing. Dang it. Really tall guy, but he has that same weird haircut. I can't think of what it's called now. Is it something to Yuma? Like it's a time? Something to Yuma? Do you know what I'm talking about, Noah?
What?
That Western movie. Am I wrong? I don't know the name of the actor. I just know he looks crazy. Was it 3 something to Yuma?
I've seen
it. Was it a dude with I can't look it up. Okay, I'm going back straight on. I don't know. That's what it reminded me of. Was the bad guy in one of those newer Western films. He looked like it. He definitely looks like when he enters a room, dueling banjos ought to be playing. I give him that much. Yeah, he is creepy looking. And it's weird. You would expect, like, he has a high paying job. Like, he works with people. When you see somebody like that seems so, what's the word? That doesn't fit in, you would expect them to be very reclusive, somebody that stays home all the time. But I mean, they did. They went out and partied, and he went to a job every day with a lot of people making good money. I'm just surprised nobody was like, dude, you need a makeover. Let me take you somewhere so you look more professional. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? If it makes sense, I don't know. This medicine's about to drive me nuts. Stout's preliminary was in September. She's supposed to enter her plea this month. She hasn't entered a plea? I thought she pled not guilty way back. Why are they waiting this long to take a plea? Did they show anything? Did anything come out of the prelim? It wasn't televised, not televised, but recorded. Like, that's not public, is it? Like we saw Chad's? Was it a preliminary trial or a preliminary hearing? If she hasn't even pled, I doubt it was a trial. I probably read that wrong or took it the wrong way. March next year. Wow, March, huh? That needs to go. It needs to go. Because what? It's been 2 years. Didn't they find Gannon in February of. Geez. That was 2 years ago, right? 20. Yeah, it's been that long. God, I hope they don't call Lena as a witness. That's all. Like, oh, I can't even. 310 to Yuma. I think that's what popped in my head. Now, if that's the right movie that I'm talking about, not a clue. Not a clue. See if I can find it. This is the way my brain works. This will drive me nuts until I fall asleep. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning, the dude's name will pop in my head in the middle of a dream. That happens to me all the daggone time. I will worry about something, try to remember something. 3 o'clock in the morning, it'll just pop in my brain. Like, I can't believe you couldn't remember that. And then there's nobody to tell at 3 o'clock in the morning. Ugh. Is this the guy? Show me pictures. See, I don't think this is it. I know this is the 310 to Yuma is what I said, but I don't think that. No, this isn't it. It wasn't Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. What was that stupid thing called? I mean, it was a full-on Western, like Western. I don't know why I thought that was it. Don't know why the name of that movie popped in my head. Not a clue. Did Clint Eastwood direct it? Like, that seems. I will tell somebody when it pops in my head. I hate this. I normally have the memory of an elephant. Everybody in my family comes to me about when such and such's anniversary or birthday or whatever it is. Usually for Christmas, I get my mom a calendar and I go through and I fill it out. Because I normally remember a ton of like dates and stuff. I'm really good with that stuff. So losing my memory with COVID has really gotten on my nerves. It was so bad for a while. I had an allergic reaction to one of the medicines and it made me hallucinate. And they said that I was a completely different person. Completely different. And I guess at some point in there, I didn't recognize. Um, I didn't recognize my brother. One of the boys, was it Xander or was it you? Noah. I didn't know who it was. One of the nurses said something. I don't have any recollection of this whatsoever, at all. One of the nurses said, "Oh yeah, I came in here and said something about I had called your mom to let her know something." And I still had the trach in. She was like, "You glared at me something awful. And I said, "Do you not like your mom?" And she said that I said, "Absolutely, I hate my mom," which is so every shift change I had since I woke up or was aware, whatever you want to call it. I guess I was awake a week and a half or so before I have any recollection. I was just hallucinating. So I say when I wake up, but it's like when I was back to kind of normal. I apologize to every doctor and nurse at every shift change. I'm like, if I was mean to you or if I drove you nuts, I'm really sorry. It was crazy. COVID, do not recommend. 0 stars. Do not try this at home. Um, we're all set to go get shots in December. 'Cause my whole, everybody in my family except my youngest son got it. Everybody got it. Xander didn't get the antibody infusion thing because he got pneumonia with it. They wouldn't give it to him. So we're all gonna go get the shot, I guess. Shots. Oh, I don't know. How many are we up to now? Like 7? 3? I don't know. They were supposed to give it to me before I left the hospital because I had to have it to go to rehab, but I guess they said they had a hard time getting it. They couldn't get it in before I went home. So Tennessee used to have a ton. They were going bad. Um, they were telling people from the border states to come over the state line and get it if they were having trouble getting it in their state. We had a ton and they were going bad. Now they are having a hard time getting them. That's what time stuff pops in your brain too. I don't know. That 3 o'clock in the morning thing is crazy. It's always like 3 o'clock in the morning. The other weird thing in my life is I can't. I probably haven't done it lately because I can't see worth a flip. But even before I got sick, for years and years and years, I saw 9/11 on a clock twice a day. I look at a clock and it not, before 9/11 was a tragedy. I don't know what it is about that time.
So you predicted the terrorist
No, I
attack.
didn't predict a terrorist attack. No.
It's like when they say
There's just certain times. I don't know. 3 o'clock in the morning is when I wake up and I look at the clock at least twice a day when it's 9/11. You guys have weird numbers like that?
One's 12/12.
Yours is 12/12.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's my thing.
There's another COVID variant. Are you kidding me? Omicron. Oh, jeez. This sounds like Transformers at this point. What a name.
The Delta variant.
We got the Delta variant. That was what I was told what we got.
Maybe keep it up there and I forget on the lines again.
Do you know how long I was on the vent?
You're on the ventilator for 30 days.
30 days.
Maybe
Okay.
more. Maybe
I think it was more than that.
40 something, I think, actually. 40.
Was I still on the vent when they moved me?
No, you
They had just taken it. Okay, they had just taken it out.
can't get it off. Yeah, they moved
It's
you because they couldn't do the trach.
oh yeah, they moved me because of the trach. Okay,
You were.
it's so weird. Like things happen to you and you have no recollection of them. But honestly, it's probably a blessing that I don't remember a lot of that. I think my anxiety would be so much worse. Just what I do remember, um, my anxiety was really bad in the hospital. Really bad. It scaled way down. I think just being home. But when you have like the memory fog and problems, and then I had the hallucination things, when I fell asleep, if I woke up, it would almost immediately cause a panic attack because I would be like, where am I? Was that a dream? Was that real? I keep telling people I feel like PETA in the Hunger Games at the end where he keeps saying, is this real? Is this real? Um, that's crazy. Oh, God was definitely watching over me. I'm not going to do it today, but because I'm going to let you guys go. It's Friday night and it's Black Friday. I did not shop today, you guys. I did not. Um, I take that back. I ordered something from Amazon. Does that count? I did not go anywhere. I kind of wondered if they would do Black Friday during COVID. I mean, because that's a nightmare. People killing each other trying to get Tickle Me Elmo. Okay, that was a while ago, but still. I hate Black Friday shopping.
Did I tell you what they were doing in Walmart when I was there?
No.
So you know how they don't sell certain stuff till 5 a.m. on Friday? People were taking those items and they were hiding it in secret stashes in the store. So I saw a guy taking like Beats headphones and a couple other stuff from electronics, and he was stuffing them behind boxes of diapers.
Okay.
And he got into a fight with another guy because they both were trying to put stuff in the same area.
That sounds like Black Friday shopping still crazy. I'm glad I missed it. Glad I missed it. You didn't get. No, you've missed most of it. We've been on here. Oh, good grief. An hour and 45 minutes. I have talked my brain out. But anyway, you can go back and watch it. There's a giveaway. I announced that we're going to start the book club after the first of the year. The book is American Predator by somebody. It's up in the chat. I will put a link to it on Patreon and in Discord. It's available on Amazon as an ebook. It's on Audible. It's an old enough book you might be able to get it from your library. That kind of stuff. I tried to pick something that wasn't brand new, but it's called American Predator, and it's about the Israel Keys case. I'm super excited about that.
American Predator by Maureen Callahan.
By who?
Maureen Callahan.
It's not Mary? I thought it was a woman that wrote it. Was it not? Murray Callahan.
Maureen.
Maureen Callahan. So, if you guys are interested in that, let me know. And then I'll put a poll up probably on the community page, and we'll figure out what day is most convenient for everybody. I figure we'll read a couple of chapters and then get together and talk about it, that kind of thing. So I'm excited about that. I need to get back to reading. And what else? I did the giveaway. All you have to do for the giveaway, if you go back and watch if you missed it, after this live is over, you can go back and watch it. I showed everything in the giveaway, probably in the first 20 minutes or so. All you have to do is comment, and your name goes in. I'll have a random comment picker select, and I'm going to give it away Sunday. I'll announce who won.
You should let me pick
it. No, I'm not going to let you pick it, Noah.
Good taste.
I do the random thing, so it's never a biased thing. It's just easier that way. Yeah. Paul used to have a book club and I missed it, so bringing it back. I'll close off the comments about an hour before Hearsay Live Sunday. So we normally do that at 6 Eastern. So I'll put it in a comment underneath this video and I'll pin it at the top what you need to do. But I'll pick at 5 o'clock on Sunday and I'll announce the winner during Hearsay Live. All you got to do is comment. If you've already commented in this chat, you're good. If you haven't, put it and you're watching the replay of this or whatever, just leave a comment underneath the video.
Was there a channel on Discord for the book club?
There's not, but I'm going to start one. Yep. And we got to get back to doing the hunt to killer thing. Because I have 2 or 3 boxes of it sitting here unopened. I'm sorry, guys. I know I got you guys to subscribe to that stuff and then I killed over. I'm sorry. Hopefully Discord will start picking up again. It got real quiet. Of course, it could be because a lot of cases aren't moving. I mean, it could just be that. I don't know. I will make a book club channel, though. Yes, peaches. On top. Yeah. Yep, it's still there. Discord server's there. I don't know if the link in the description box works. I'll check it and put a new one in there. So if you are new to the channel and that doesn't work for you, I will put a new one in just a minute. Noah, can you do it? Yeah. Just click on the Discord. Well, app on my iPad. You can put it in chat right now if you want. And then I'll add it to the description box.
You don't already have it in the description box?
It is, but some of the links in the description thing are time. Like they time out after 7 days or something. Somebody told me once and I don't remember. So I'll put a new one in there.
Yeah, it's invalid. So.
Okay, I'll put a new one in. I'm happy to be back, Amber. Not all me, but not all of me is back, but I'm trying. It's really overwhelming, to be honest. Not YouTube. Like, if it was up to me, I'd probably be on here every day. Because YouTube is a lot easier than dealing with a lot of other crap. I don't like to think about. So that's why we did this today. It's not about a case. I just miss everybody. Wanted to let people, I appreciate everybody that called and texted and emailed and messaged and sent prayers up or everything, I appreciate it. My family appreciates it. It's just overwhelming. I'm still, I know I mentioned it in the last live, but part of my hospital stay, I died, which is a really weird thing to say. But they shocked me twice and I came back. And I guess in that, I had, I don't know if you still call it a near death experience when you actually die. That's the only way I know to call it. So, um, I, I, and I know some people are just going to completely dismiss this and say that I'm crazy and maybe I was hallucinating or it didn't happen. But you will never convince me, as long as I'm alive, that I did not go to heaven. And it's a whole story. Um, I hate calling it a story because that makes it sound like I made it up. Um, the first person I told about it was my mom when she came to visit me. And I told my mom things that I had no way that I would have ever known. And so my mom talked to me a lot about it, asked me a ton of questions. And so I'm kind of going to get with my mom and get it all down because it was really. I'll probably have to make a video about it if I decide to make it public. Um, I don't think it's something, I think I would screw it up if it was live. Do you know what I mean? I will put that out. I think like that's the plan anyway, is to make that video. Um, it was really emotional. It's kind of hard to talk about. A lot of it's about my family. Like most of you guys wouldn't know who I was talking about if I did say it, but it was a very. I've always been religious. You know, I was brought up in church, so it wasn't a shock. Like, I wasn't an atheist and like that shocked me out of it or anything like that. But it's definitely strengthened things that I've wondered about. I think that everybody questions at some point. Um, so I guess that's why I would share it with people who don't know. Even like when I talk about my family that I saw when I was there. Um, I used to be obsessed with reading books about people who said they went to heaven, and I dismissed quite a few of them because they didn't line up with what I believe and that kind of stuff. And I'll admit, I haven't read any of like the big books. Heaven is for real. Um, I can't think of the rest of the names of them. I've read quite a few. That Duplantis guy down in Louisiana, the pastor who says that he went to heaven, that is not my experience at all. The things that they talk about is not what happened to me, and it wasn't a dream, and it wasn't an hallucination because it used all of my senses. I could feel things, I could smell things, I could see things. Um, I wouldn't trade it for anything. And thinking about it, I guess part of the reason why I do think it was real is because I miss it. And as much as I wanted to come back, and God knows I don't wish I had stayed dead, you know. Um, I do miss it. It would be a lot easier to be there, I guess. But it's something that I'll share with you guys. I just kind of got to get it all out. And I want to talk. My parents are on a cruise. So it's something that, I'm going to get with my mom and see what she wrote down about it, or the conversations that we had when I was still in and out of it. So my parents got to spend Thanksgiving in Aruba. I thought it was funny. They went on an ATV. I think that's the first time. That's the first time I think either one of them had ever been like a 4-wheeler type thing. And I was like, they are 62 in Aruba on a cruise on Thanksgiving, and they're riding around in Aruba on an ATV. What a world, what a world. Yeah, I have read Mitch Albom's book, and I've read the one about his dog. I can't remember the name of it. And his first book that I read was The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. And I forgot about that one. That one does line up quite a bit. Quite a bit. I would say if I had to pick, I forgot about that. I guess if I did have to say, my experience was most like something that's, been popular and published. It does line up a lot with his. I should probably reread that book. I'm not going to until I put my thing down, though. Till I make the video. That would be interesting to go back and reread that. I read that back when I was in probably a freshman in high school. I might have even still been in middle school when I read that. My mom was a librarian at our church. She started the library at our church, and so we used to read all kinds of books before we put them in the library, because we wanted to make sure they were fit to be in there. And that was one of those books. Hi, Paula. Mm. Yeah, I am gonna write it down. My mom's like, you should write a book, and I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. That's my mother and I wrote a book. We wrote a children's book that we're working on getting published. So that may be coming down the works at a bookstore near you. My mom has published the book, but I think if she had a different life, she could have been an author. I think my mom is a really good writer. Oh, he wrote another book called The Next People You Meet in Heaven? Huh. I didn't know that. All right, guys. I have wasted so much of your Friday night. I could stay on here forever, but it's over 2 hours, and even I can't take that much of me. So, thank you for coming. I will be back on Sunday. Don't forget about the giveaway. I will post the book information on the community tab on Discord and on Patreon. And just let me know if you're interested, and then we'll go from there and do a poll and see what time is good for everybody, and all that fun stuff. So, thanks for being here, and I will see you guys in 2 days. I keep thinking Sunday. It doesn't feel like a Friday to me, but it is. And thanks to Noah for helping me. behind me.
You're welcome.
It was good seeing everybody. I will see you guys Sunday. Don't forget about the giveaway. Comment either below or here while the chat's still live. Bye, guys.